Hey there, Nate Lang here. Well, welcome out to our covered patio project. I want to show you a few details that we did on this project, including the LED lighting. So let's get it. Well, we just got done doing this porch post over here, finishing up that LED cap post. This is the last one we have to do, and I want to walk through the steps with you on this one. All the products that we used on this job were AZEK or TimberTech products. So they actually have these LED light kits that integrate right with all their porch post and railing kits that they already provide. So these are just an additional item that we like to put on our decks. Adds a nice touch to it. Adds some great LED lighting, lights up the whole deck perimeter at night. Well, what I have here is I have one of the LED light kits, and we're going to put it on this porch post here, and then we're going to check it, and I'll show you all the other details that we did on this project. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep this light kit. It comes with about 4 feet of wire, but we don't need all that for the application that we're doing, so we're just going to cut that off. We are actually going to separate these wires, and then we'll strip them and get them ready to be hooked on. The other first thing we got to do here is we got to take this cap off of here so that we can screw it down to the post underneath. So this is kind of step one, is prepping this kit. You want to make sure that you're careful not to lose any of the screws. One of them fell off right here. And crud, there it is. All right. So we're gonna strip these wires, and then we're gonna put this thing together. Then we will test it. So we got 16 gauge wire here, low voltage system. Got some weatherproof wire nuts. All right, so we already got our wires coming out of here. They're at a good length. We're going to go ahead and just twist these wires to it. Make sure we got a good connection there. And the same thing with the other one. These lights are pretty cool. They actually have a couple different options. They have porch post lights. They have lights that go underneath the handrail if you want those. They have lights on the steps, and we'll show you those. We use those on this project as well. So they got some cool options for you to put some lighting around your deck. All right, once we got that done, we're going to go ahead and lay those wires in there. Make sure that fits. So before we screw that down, we have to put the diffuser on there. So this is just kind of a diffuser. It lets the light come out around the whole outside. So this thing just slips over that, fits down there, and then gives us a good place to screw to. So they send this kit with long screws and washers, and they actually have these rubber washers here that when you tighten them, it won't break the plastic. So we're gonna get these fitted in here. And tighten it right down. And just snug it up with those washers. And that wooden post down there is a good base for that. Okay, now before we put the cap back on, I'm gonna make sure everything's nice and straight. And we are gonna go over the transformer and turn that transformer on. So on this transformer, we got a few different options here. So we can actually turn these on by pressing this button here. So we can go on, and we'll go back over there and check to make sure our light that we just put on works. But we have other features on it here. It can come on for 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. We actually have this one here that says dusk to dawn. So when it gets dark enough, it will come on. When it gets light enough, it will go off. But a lot of people don't like that feature because that takes it on for too long. So what you can do is you can go to dusk on, but then you can set a time for off. So you can set it like they have it set at 10:45 to go off at night. So we also have a timer feature, auto feature, and then just straight off. So let's head back over. I got it on now, and let's check to make sure that our light that we just put on is working right. All right, so we're back over. The light's actually working. So we're gonna go ahead and put this cap back on here. So the cap goes on. We're gonna take these screws and we'll just finish this thing out. So you can kind of see, although it be that it's bright outside and it's kind of faint right now, you can kind of see that there's light coming out all the way around this post. So these actually come on a dimmer, and so you can actually brighten them or dim them based on how much light you need. Okay, cap is on. So now we need to take this gasket, and this gasket goes around the top side and makes a waterproof tight connection for this cap and all the components underneath here. So we get that gasket on there, and then we want to carefully slide this cap down. Nice and tight. There we go. All right, well, we're up here on the deck, and I want to show you some of the features that we put into this deck so you can see what different options you might be able to do. So we just got done doing the lights. So you can see around here, you can see this light, this diffuser where the light comes out of. You know, it's bright out today, so you can't really see that all that great, but at night this really shines really bright. The other thing we have with our lights is down here on the step, we actually have some lights put into the step that give light for each one of these steps coming down. So you can see we put one on each step a couple times like that to light that up. On this deck, we actually wrapped our posts in cedar. So this is cedar with a clear finish on it, and we wrapped the structural post with just a decorative piece of cedar. We put these braces in. These braces are structural. So you can see we have these Simpson lag screws here with this decorative bolt look on the outside. So we actually have some other lighting features here on the deck. We got two switches, one that does outlets. This one will light up hanging lights that they might want to put up in here. We got outlets up high that switches. The other one is going to be for our can lights. So we got some can lights in there. We got a gimbal can that's shooting the light straight down, so it really lights up the deck nice. This top one here is for the fan. So the fan actually comes with a remote that you can change the settings on. So once you have it set, this will come back on at that same setting. So if you look up into the rafters here, up into the soffit, we actually used a Vesta product. So this is Vesta. It's a wood look product, but it's actually steel. And so they have different patterns they put on the steel to mimic real wood. And so that's just a real sharp look, but it never has to have any maintenance to it. So you can get that look of wood, but you don't have to worry about climbing up there and staining it ever again. So we got that up in there. The decking, like we talked about, this decking is an AZEK product. They offer a lot of different colors that you can use for that. It's a composite decking, but the color has that 30 or 50-year warranty on it. So it's a really bomber product. Well, thanks for coming out to the deck. We hope you enjoyed seeing this deck and some of the options that we put on it. So until next time, we'll catch you later.